What makes you wonder, how does this impact going into a fight like this when you know each other so well, when you're these guys who have seen each other and you know what they're going to bring to the table? You know, a lot of times people will talk trash, but these guys, they actually know who might have better endurance, who might have more power. This is one of those fights where it's going to be, I think, a mental game, because like I was saying, you know how physical the other person is when you work with them all the time. You know their game plan. It's one thing to know their game plan and to know what their backup game plan is, but you got to figure out what that third level game plan is, because that's the only way you're going to get through this opponent tonight.
And obviously the experience advantage is going to KC Fantastic LA, like you said, victorious in a previous Influencer Fight League event. So he's coming in very confident. He has his family ringside, his 2 beautiful daughters. The last thing he wants to do is go home with an L.
He looks looser. He doesn't look like he's as nervous, as tight. Maybe it's because he's aware of what kind of crowd IFL brings. You know, I see a lot of smiling from KC, and like I said, he seems very loose, very confident, but I almost have to wonder if maybe he's looking past Luis, as Luis is locking in some shots right now. Ooh. And that looked like he was hoping that connected and made the knockout punch, or at least maybe sent a message to Segura that knockout punch is there. And really one of the things I love about the Influencer Fight League is you get such a wide variety of fights. You know, you can have these influencer fights that are just haymakers at each other from people who've been talking trash online, but then you can also get these technical fights that are just a joy to watch as boxers try to pick each other apart. There's a lot of lockups on this one, as Segura now trying to unload, getting those punches and bunches, as the old saying goes. And KC trying to nullify that by holding on. And you know, the KC that was so loose earlier on, now looking a little more vicious, maybe woke up a giant, Segura did, by hitting him with those punches and bunches. That smile is gone, and Segura looks like he might be ready to go for the kill. All the cockiness, all the smiles, you know, you look, now it's a face of frustration on KC. It's an interesting story that his face has been telling, going from being the smiling guy to being a little frustrated, a little upset, a little angry.